In today's video, I'm going to show you how to build your own softball workouts at home. So if you need a strength and conditioning program to follow in your house because you're stuck at home with COVID, or it's too cold, or you just need to get your workouts done at home for a while, this is going to be the video for you. All right, if you're new here, I'm Coach Dan Blewett. I do tons of softball videos on strength training, arm care, throwing mechanics, fielding, all that sort of stuff, mindset. So if you're new to my channel, definitely you're in the right place. And in today's video, we're going to cover how do you do a great fast pitch workout at home? Like what can you do that's softball specific that you can do in your house? So the first thing to know about this video is number one, there's going to be timestamps. So if you want to jump ahead to the exercises where I'm showing them and explaining them, if you want to jump to the point where I'm talking about challenges in the video or how to assemble all the exercises into a workout, you can easily do that in the links in the description. Also, there's full demonstration videos in the description as well. So you'll see videos overlaid of the different exercises and how to do them, but they won't have sound. I'll be talking through them. If you want to get the full video and hear from us and my strength coach friend, Andrew Sachs, who's the co-creator of this program, then you can just jump in the description, click the link for that video, and you can learn how to do that exercise perfectly from us. All right. So the first thing, we need to talk about challenges of at-home workouts. So there's a bunch of different ones. Obviously, you want your workout to be fast pitch specific, and obviously, hopefully position specific. So, the needs of a softball pitcher are going to be a little bit different than a first baseman or a center fielder or a catcher. They're going to be mostly the same, but you want softball specific workouts and you want position specific workouts if you can get it. At home, that's a lot more challenging. It's just, you're not going to have as much equipment. You're going to have a lot more time constraints and space constraints. You're not going to be able to move around as much. Equipment's going to be a lot less. Bands are not as desirable as like weights or cable machines because resistance is different. It's tougher to change things up and add more weight so you get stronger over time. So there's a lot of challenges for at-home workouts, but the big thing to remember is that it's better than nothing. And it's just good to keep working, right? So for a lot of you, you're going to be inexperienced with strength training. So just doing anything consistently is going to make a big payoff over time. So don't get discouraged that you can't do your traditional barbell lifts or use dumbbells and get all this big heavy weight. If this is the best that you've got, and obviously we had a really challenging 2020 with COVID-19, then just kill it with whatever you can do. So if that means working out in your garage or in your living room or in your basement or in your front driveway, whatever, just getting some quality work in is always going to be better than just sitting around your house. Okay, so with that being said, let's jump into the workout. So the first exercise and one of the best ones for a softball workout at home is the bar push-up. And obviously you're not going to have a bar, but in this demonstration video that you're watching, you're seeing me do a push-up at an incline, right? So at an incline, which is going to be right for most young softball players, you're going to start with less resistance because when you're parallel with your hands on the floor, gravity is always constant, but your resistance is lower because you're pushing up and down directly against gravity. When you're at an angle, you're pushing less of your body weight because you're higher up. If you're doing a push-up against a wall, which is a rehab exercise for people who had maybe a shoulder surgery, a push-up against a wall is super easy, right? So wall push-ups are really easy. Floor push-ups are pretty hard with good form for young athletes. So you can start with your hands on your kitchen cap or like your kitchen counter. That's a good place to start for a lot of players to have good push-up form. And then you can graduate to putting your hands on like a sturdy chair. Like if it's, chair's not going to move, or say you have like one of those padded ottomans where it's not going to move. Anything where you can put your hands on that are an inclined surface, and then you can sort of graduate by going lower over time. That's a great way to do push-ups, and that is progressively overloading your body to get stronger over time until you can do good push-ups with great technique on the floor. All right. So the bar push-up, quote unquote, or just the incline lower resistance push-up is definitely the way to start. And it's a great exercise. Why I put it in this program here for you. Number two is the dumbbell external rotation. So this is a great exercise where it's one of the best for your rotator cuff, which helps you throw faster. It helps you resist injury. It helps you have more stamina. It's going to help your arm feel better over a long weekend of softball. The next two are lateral lunges. These are great for your lateral hips. There's lots of little muscles, these little glute muscles in the side of your overall glute matrix, which is like your butt. So your butt, you have the glute max, the glute medius, the glute minimus. There's a bunch of different glute muscles that are all very important. They help you run faster and jump higher and all that stuff, your first step quickness. They also help keep your knees healthy. So strong glute minimus and medius, they help control your knee. So when your knee angles in too far, that's how you can hurt your knee and get a meniscus tear, an ACL tear from a bad landing. So we want to strengthen your lateral hip muscles, and lateral lunges are great for that. The other exercise that we paired with it here is the plank lock off, which is a great core exercise. So you're resisting, it's a lot better than just a regular plank. And regular planks are right for some new players, like beginners, but the plank lock off is a lot more challenging. It has an anti-rotational aspect because as you take one hand off the ground, your body has to resist rotation. So the plank lock off is a really great, difficult plank variation that you can easily do in your living room. After that is the lateral band walk. And I highly recommend you get one of these 12-inch mini bands because they're cheap, number one. They're reasonably durable. They'll last at least a couple months of like pretty rigorous use for being like $2 each. And they're great, again, for strengthening those lateral hip muscles. So I've put more than one lateral hip exercise in this program because it's really, really important for female athletes. And when we trained fast pitch players over and over in my old baseball and softball academy, we always had multiple lateral hip exercises in every workout for our girls because we wanted them to stay healthy and try to prevent any of those ACL and meniscus injuries if we could. You never know. There's a lot of freak injuries and sometimes you just cannot prevent them, but we always want to strengthen the body parts that are going to be your armor and protect against injuries as best we can. So with the lateral band walk is the medicine ball chop circuit, and this is a great rotational exercise. You can do that will help your bat speed, your throwing velocity, your core strength, your core explosiveness, and your anti-rotational strength in your core. Obviously, we can't have you throwing medicine balls in your home because that would be insane. You destroy your walls and like everything would be chaos. But, doing a medicine ball workout where you're holding on to it and rotating a little bit and also resisting rotation is really, really good for you as a softball specific exercise. And if you don't have a medicine ball, you can just grab anything that's like 3, 4, 5 pounds. It could be just a gallon jug of water. That's going to weigh, I think, 8 pounds. So, that could be your medicine ball at home, especially since you're not throwing it. A gallon of milk, gallon of water is going to be totally fine as long as it doesn't spill open. So that's a great exercise. And the last two here are the one leg hip thrust and the side plank. So first, the one leg hip thrust is a really, really good exercise for your glutes, which help you sprint faster, and your hamstrings, which also help you sprint faster. And who doesn't need to sprint faster, right? Especially if you're a slap hitter, one of those really fast players who needs to beat stuff out, drop down a bunt, slap a ball to the left side. You need stronger glutes and you need stronger hamstrings. So that's why this is a softball workout that you can do at home, not just a general workout. The rotational core stuff, the rotator cuff strength for your shoulders, the injury prevention, those are all pretty softball specific because those are demands of the sport and we don't want you to get hurt. We do want your arm to throw the ball harder and we want your arm to be durable and feel good because so many players have arm problems over a 6-game weekend playing softball at a tournament. So all these exercises help make your workout more softball specific. And then lastly, side planks are another great core exercise that's going to help your bat speed, your throwing speed, and they're going to help you prevent injuries as well because there's so much swinging and also decelerating your swing that having a strong core is obviously really, really important. And side planks are also great for your lateral hips as well. That's a big theme in this workout because with sort of limited exercise choices, like we don't have tons of weights at your home, and I'm sort of assuming that you probably don't have any weights at all. We want to do stuff that we can do that's going to be really effective. So core strength, lateral hip strength, your push-ups, some leg exercises, and then obviously rotator cuff. Those are all really important things that you can do at home, even with limited equipment. Okay, so now having gone through all the exercises, let's talk about how to assemble your softball workout that you can do at home. So the first thing we're going to do is pair exercises into supersets. So in a superset, you go one set of the first one set of the second one, and then you go back and forth and do them both alternating until you've done all the sets of each, and then you go to the next grouping. So we would make bar push-ups and external rotations A group. So you do one set of A1, which is bar push-ups, one set of A2, which is dumbbell external rotations. Then you go A1, A2, A1, A2, and so you've done 3 sets of each, and then you go to the next group. So the next group would be lateral lunges and plank lock-offs. And the reason we're pairing them these ways is because plank lock-offs is a core exercise and lateral lunges is a leg exercise. So while your legs are tired from your set, you can work your core. And while your core is a little bit tired, you can work your legs. So there's less of that overlap, so your body can work and get more of this conditioning aspect of your overall program. So again, with you being limited at home, it's a good idea to try to be as time efficient and get not only strength, but conditioning too in your workout. So when you're not just doing a set and then resting for a minute and then doing a set and then resting for a minute, you're going to get obviously a lot more time effective workout, but you're also going to keep your heart rate up between exercises because you're continuing to move, right? If you have a solid 40 minutes of pretty much continuous movement and exercise, that's a lot more time dense than go, stop, right? So that's how we want to superset and make our workouts really time efficient. The next superset, the C group, would be lateral band walk and the mini band chop circuit, or the medicine ball chop circuit. So you do your leg exercise, right? Your lateral hips with your mini band, and then you do the chop circuit with your medicine ball or your gallon jug of milk or whatever it is, core with lateral hips. Again, there's no issue because you're resting one part of your body while you're working the other. And then lastly, the one leg hip thrust and the side plank. So again, leg with core, leg with core, leg with core. So hopefully this workout tutorial helped. Obviously, strength and conditioning workouts for softball can be sort of confusing. What do I put on it? What exercises are good to do? What makes it softball specific? What's age appropriate? All these exercises here are appropriate for pretty much any age athlete who's ready to start strength conditioning. It's very low equipment. It's very easy to do all these. They're all very safe. They really just require body weight and a band. So it's a really good place to start. And again, if you're stuck home, which a lot of you are here in 2020, if you're watching this video in 2020, with COVID-19, then this is going to be obviously really poignant and timely for you. So just remember that when you're doing a softball workout at home, that you want to get as much out of it as possible. And that's just do what you can, work hard, be time efficient, pick smart exercises that are going to be as softball specific as possible. Understand that there's going to be some limitations, and that's okay. Just live with it, but just continue to get your work in, be diligent about it, stay on your routine, build good habits, and you'll be good in the long run. All right. So if you're new here, I'm Coach Dan Blewett, and I do have a great strength and conditioning program for softball. It's the Early Work Online Softball Training Program. So if you're new here and you want to try the Early Work program, which is built from the ground up by me and the demonstrator in most of these videos, Coach Andrew Sachs, both of which we're both experts in softball training, then you can jump in the description links below and do a free 14-day trial of our new program. So if you don't want to put the work together, or you don't want to do all the work to put this program together yourself, then grab our program, try it out, see if it's right for you. And if it is, keep on going, get the results, and have the best season ever. All right. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you here in the next video.